I still couldn't believe what was happening. I woke up to find 3 guys staring right at me. One of them was busy cooking in the kitchen, while another walked out looking groggy with his baby face. And then, whoa, a 6-pack. No, scratch that. Another guy stormed in, his face scrunched up in frustration, sweat dripping down his chiseled muscles. I froze. This couldn't be real life. What the fudge? The scene was straight out of some cringy rom-com, yet here I was, the main character, living with 3 dudes. Wild, right? What do you think happens next? Drop a comment below and let me spill all the tea about this chaotic mess. I'm Jenny. For 16 years, I lived in the US with my parents. But after my sweet 16, I decided to chase my dream and study abroad in Korea. Obviously, my parents weren't thrilled. Don't sweat it, I've got this. I'll handle everything and head to Korea. Big words, but let's be real, I still needed their cash. Mom was low-key spiraling, but I figured she was just being dramatic. I was sure I could handle it, but reality slapped me hard that first night. The room I rented was tiny, musty, and made me sneeze non-stop. It gave off hardcore haunted vibes, and all those Asian ghost stories came flooding back. Yeah, I noped out of there by sunrise. With Korea booming for tourism, every decent room was booked. I was spiraling until I found a rental ad on social media. Hype mode activated. I didn't even wait for a reply. I just bolted to the address.
No vacancies. That post's 5 months old. We're already renting here.
Standing before me were 3 guys around my age. They spoke English and were clearly not into random visitors. I've got nowhere else to go. If I don't find a place, I'll have to sleep on the streets tonight.
We might have a spare room. Are you serious? She's a stranger. What if she has bad intentions, like those scammers?
Excuse me? I did not look like a scammer. Just a poor homeless girl trying to survive.
But we can't just leave a vulnerable girl out there.
Bingo! Hope sparked. Sleeping outside in a foreign country? No thanks. After some back and forth, they reluctantly let me crash until I found a new place. Thinking back now, I still felt out of my depth. I promised myself to keep my guard up and find a new spot as soon as possible.
Yo, Jenny, breakfast is ready.
The one knocking was Henry. He's a year younger, Korean-American, and a total sweetheart. He was the first to back me up. The breakfast table felt awkward. I wasn't sure how to act around these guys. I glanced around. Lucas, American, the oldest by a year, and he had a mature, serious vibe. This guy looked like someone who had his life together. Then there was Daniel, the moody one. He always seemed ticked off, like I owe him $1 million. The table was loaded with Korean food. I grabbed the chopsticks, but they slipped right out of my hands and hit the floor. Daniel snorted, but before I could get salty, Lucas handed me a fork. Maybe he wasn't as intimidating as he seemed. Over the next few days, I scoured every corner of Seoul, searching for a place. My broken Korean got me nowhere, just a lot of head shakes and disappointed looks. One day, a super friendly guy offered me a sweet deal on a place near downtown. Since I looked young, he even gave me a discount if I paid 2 months up front. He kept pushing me to hurry, saying it wouldn't last. Desperate, I paid and went back to pack. But when I told Daniel about it, he dropped the bomb.
You got scammed.
What? No way! As much as I hated to admit it, he was right. The guy ghosted me and the house wasn't even his. My savings were gone. I had nowhere to go.
You gotta be smarter about these things. But hey, you can stay here.
Wait, seriously? For real? They let me stay. Maybe living with 3 guys wouldn't be such a nightmare after all. To show my gratitude, I decided to cook them a bomb meal. I'd heard Koreans love spicy food. So I whipped up some fire tteokbokki. I placed the steaming dish on the table and everyone looked a little wary. Lucas took the first bite, then the others followed. I watched eagerly. Lucas kept a straight face, but I noticed his face turning red. Daniel burst into a coughing fit, practically choking. Henry chugged his water like his life depended on it. You guys okay? I took a bite of the tteokbokki. The moment it hit my tongue, the intense spiciness made my head spin. Henry quickly handed me a glass of water, but my mouth had already gone numb. I was pretty sure our taste buds were wrecked. Yet, not wanting to make me feel bad, we all powered through, finishing the disaster dish. By the end, everyone's lips were red and swollen. Later that day, my parents called. Not wanting them to worry, I kept quiet about living with 3 guys and only mentioned that I was about to start at my new school. I was still kind of salty about my parents' earlier objections, so I didn't feel like staying in touch. That didn't stop them from sorting out my enrollment at an international school, though. There, I met a bubbly Korean girl named Harry. She was super friendly and didn't hesitate to strike up a conversation. Before long, we were having lunch together, becoming fast friends. Harry was a blast. She took me to a local Korean market where we tried every kind of street food imaginable. My stomach! I think I overdid it. You okay? Jenny, your place is nearby, right? Can I borrow your bathroom real quick? I froze. How could I possibly let her come over when I was living with 3 guys? Jenny, come on! I can't hold it anymore! Harry was desperate, and there weren't any cafes or public restrooms in sight. Left with no choice, I nervously texted the group asking them to clear out for a bit. When we got to the house, it was empty. I breathed a sigh of relief and led Harry straight to my room. Jenny, who do you live with? I don't see any roommates. Oh, they're out for now. I silently prayed she wouldn't ask more questions, but Harry's curiosity was endless. Whoa, whose piano is this? It's gorgeous! Don't touch that. It's not mine. Let me walk you out. See you tomorrow, okay? Finally, she left, and I was met with 3 pairs of judgmental eyes when the guys returned. I swear it was a one-time emergency. Even though I felt bad, I couldn't help but think they were overreacting. It was like they were avoiding the entire world. Suspicious much? Meanwhile, I'd just started a part-time job at a 7-Eleven. A few days in, I began receiving anonymous threat letters slipped into my bag, no less. The weird part was that I had no clue what I was being threatened about or who was behind it. One night, as I was heading home from work, I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. The footsteps behind me got louder, and suddenly a hand landed on my shoulder. Jeez Louise!
Jenny, it's me. Are you okay?
Lucas? Someone's been sending me threats and following me. The anonymous letters freaked everyone out. The mood in the house turned serious. Come on, guys, it's probably just a prank.
No way. You need to be careful.
Their overly protective vibes made me anxious. It felt like they were hiding something. The next day at school, Harry kept pestering me about coming over again. Even after I politely declined, she wouldn't take no for an answer. Her insistence was starting to feel intense. When I turned her down for the 3rd time, she seemed visibly upset. That afternoon, my mind was consumed by the threat letters.
Watch out!
Before I could react, Daniel pulled me aside just as a potted plant crashed to the ground where I had been standing. Looking up, I caught a glimpse of someone darting back inside. My heart stopped. It was Harry. What the fudge? Just because I didn't invite her over?
You okay?
I nodded, still shaken. For the first time, Daniel didn't look so grumpy. Actually, he seemed kind of handsome. As the crowd of students gathered, Daniel pulled his cap low and grabbed my hand, leading me away from the scene. Once we were back home, I had enough. It's time you guys tell me what's going on.
All right. We're actually part of a boy band called TOT. We've been laying low because of some issues with obsessive fans.
Wait, what?
We didn't tell you because we didn't want you caught up in our mess. That's also why we were hesitant to let you stay.
Finally, everything clicked. Their group had gone on hiatus due to a dangerous fan situation. They'd even suffered emotional scars, losing their drive to create and perform. I wasn't into K-pop before, but now I was furious about what those so-called fans had done to them. They'd helped me during my toughest times. Now it was my turn to help them. First, I had to deal with Harry, the one who threw the plant. Turns out, she was a hardcore TOT fan. On her first visit, she must have recognized Daniel's signature on his piano. Armed with security footage of her attack, I went straight to the principal. Harry got a disciplinary warning, and just like that, the threat was neutralized. But things got messier. Harry wasn't the only obsessive fan. There was a whole swarm of them, lurking in anonymity. Time for a bold move. I posted in the TOT fan group, teasing an appearance by 3 boys. Henry understandably looked worried.
You sure about this?
Trust your fans, Henry. They'll have your back. As expected, the crazies showed up, pushing and shoving like they owned the place. And there was Harry, right in the thick of it. She spotted me instantly. It's her! She's the one living with TOT! The swarm turned their hateful gazes on me. They crowded around, their hostility thick in the air. Harry lunged at me, but I quickly pushed her away, stepping back. My plan was a gamble, and it was all or nothing. Just then, murmurs rippled through the crowd. Another group of people was arriving. These were the true fans, the ones I had quietly reached out to. My secret weapon. I know everyone's excited to see TOT, but we all know why they've been on hiatus. It's because of these toxic fans. The crowd's attention shifted to the obsessive fans. Disgusted glares pierced through them. Under the weight of judgment, they huddled together, heads down. Get lost! We don't need fans like you! Yeah, scram! Humiliated, the toxic fans scattered. Then the music started. TOT's songs filled the air and everyone joined in singing their hearts out. I glanced up at a nearby rooftop where the three boys stood, taking it all in. They watched their real fans stand up for them and sing their songs. Not long after, I got an invitation to TOT's official comeback concert.
We'd like to dedicate this song to a very special girl as a way of thanking you.
After the concert, life slowly returned to normal. Our time at the shared house came to an end, but we decided to have one last little party together. We were in the middle of eating when I suddenly froze, staring at the TV. My parents were on the news again, this time on an economic program. Nothing unusual. Sometimes they gave interviews. My Korean had improved a bit, enough to catch the ticker scrolling across the bottom. Bankruptcy. I felt like a fool. All this time I'd been living off their support, completely unaware of the company's troubles. I tried calling them, but there was no answer. My chest tightened with worry. I need to go back to the US now. Turns out a senior manager had run off with all the money, leaving the police with no leads. My family was facing a mountain of debt. We were prepping for a press conference to announce the bankruptcy when my mom suddenly burst in with unexpected news. Jenny, can you believe this? We've been invited to organize a massive concert! I couldn't believe my ears. If this was real, a successful concert could save the company. Whose concert, Mom? It's a Korean boy band. His band's name is TOT. I jumped up, overjoyed. I had to see them immediately. This was real. TOT was kicking off their first US tour, right in our hometown. I couldn't wait to attend, this time with my parents by my side. Amara, I know you're upset, but you have to understand. I'm just trying to do what's best for you. Best for me, my foot. Sticking me in this middle of nowhere snooze fest is your idea of best? Watch out, Aunt Bossy. I'm getting out of here. Behold my masterpiece, Tinker Tanker. It's basically a fly cam, but way cooler. Alright then, let's fire it up. Tinker Tanker roared to life like a mini rocket, zooming straight out the window.
Amara, what's that noise?
Uh-oh, time to step on it. Wait, is that a person? I aimed Tinker Tanker toward him, but it decided to glitch midair and crash land right on the guy's head. Oopsie. Amara, what on earth did you just do? Nothing, totally nothing. Except, actually knocking a guy out while trying and failing to escape my witchy aunt's lair so I could reunite with my mom. Hello, fellow stargazers. It's your girl Amara, and today we're going beyond the clouds. Cool, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ever since I was little, I had dyslexia. It made learning tough, but my mom, a super chill neuroscience professor, always found creative ways to help me out. To her, I wasn't broken, just one of a kind. She made studying fun. From drawing diagrams and building Legos to writing in salt and rapping lessons into catchy beats. Honestly, if there's an Eminem in academics, a study rap legend, it's definitely my mom. Thanks to her, I fell in love with astronomy. By age 5, I could name all the planets. At 10, I understood black holes. By 15, I was building model spacecrafts and interning at NASA. But my proudest moment was when my mom drove me hundreds of miles daily to make it all happen. I love my mom so much. I wouldn't be who I am today without her. One day after practice, Mom didn't pick me up like she always did. I took the bus home, only to find our house completely trashed. Mom? Where are you? I searched everywhere, but she was gone. Did something happen to her? As panic set in, the door creaked open. A shadowy figure stepped inside, cornering me against the wall. Who are you? Stay away from me! Mom! Amara, calm down, it's me! I opened my eyes and there she was. Aunt Lucy, the same aunt who hadn't spoken to us in years. What was she doing here, especially now when Mom was missing? I'm here to take you somewhere safe. You can't stay here anymore. But what about my mom? I have to find her. Don't worry, your mom's fine. You're the one in danger. Before I could argue, she whisked me into her car and drove off to some remote area where neighbors were miles apart. She warned me not to leave the house for my own safety, but refused to explain why. Seriously? What was I supposed to be safe from? And where the heck was my mom? Why was I in danger? I had to uncover the truth no matter what. In the days that followed, Aunt Lucy started acting weird. I overheard her talking to the neighbors, telling them I had just moved in but couldn't go outside because of a sun allergy. What the fudge? Like this? Oh no, the sun is melting me. Help me, I'm turning into a puddle. At night, she'd sneak into my room thinking I was fast asleep, grab my phone, and wipe out my contacts and all my social media apps. When I confronted her, she just said, "Scrolling through your phone just gives you brain rot." Yeah, she was definitely up to something. So the moment she let her guard down, I snuck out. I fumbled in the dark and walked right into a gnome. That triggered a laser defense system that surrounded me in a crisscross of red beams. Luckily, I hadn't tripped any yet, but then a fly buzzed into my nose. I sneezed so hard I crashed to the ground. Alarms blared like I'd just broken into Fort Knox. Aunt Lucy then went full villain and trashed all my astronomy gear. Why waste time on this useless junk? I'll teach you what real knowledge is. Except her real knowledge was straight out of the Flat Earth Handbook. The Earth is flat, got it? Otherwise, how would we walk on it? The moon is just a hologram cooked up by NASA. That organization is hiding something sinister. Oh, I'm sure. I'm positive NASA has nothing better to do than to set up a giant projector in the sky for fun. Silence! Everything you think you know about astronomy is a lie. She went on a rant. Meteors and comets are secret spaceships. Black holes are portals to other dimensions. Saturn's ring is fake. Oh, and apparently there's a mystery planet hiding somewhere inside Earth. Hello, Asylum? Yeah, can you pick up my aunt ASAP? Aunt Lucy snatched the phone and hurled it out the window. Phones cause cancer too. It's banned in this household from now on. Then she dumped a pile of the weirdest looking books and ordered me to read them all. They were written in some bizarre alien language I couldn't even begin to decipher. I barely got through a few pages before I passed out at my desk. When Aunt Lucy came in to check on me, "You couldn't even finish a few books? Are you really the genius your mother bragged about?" Well, maybe if the books weren't total fakes. Excuses. That did it. I whipped out the text reader Mom gave me to prove the books were nonsense, but Aunt Lucy snatched it out of my hands and smashed it to pieces. Why would you do that? That was a gift from my mom! I can't let you use that to contact her. I'm only trying to protect you. Protect me? I need that to read. I have dyslexia, Aunt Lucy. Oh, come on, Amara. How could you have dyslexia? Because I was born with it. But it doesn't matter. You'll never believe me, will you? Aunt Lucy gave me this pitying look. I couldn't take it anymore. I bolted to my room, slammed my door shut, and locked myself in. I missed my mom so much, and there was no way I was staying in this prison another second. I had to find a way out. That night, I didn't sleep. Instead, I scavenged the house for materials to build Tinker Tanker, my escape buddy. You already know how that turned out. Crashing into some random guy and risk getting caught by Aunt Lucy, who barged into my room with a heavy sigh. I know I've been harsh with you. I'm sorry. About your dyslexia. I reluctantly told her about my condition and how my mom had helped me overcome it. It just made Aunt Lucy even more worried. She promised that once this was all over, she'd learn how to support me better and give me my freedom. But she forgot to mention when. Then just left quietly. Oh, so frustrating. Ouch, what the heck? I reached under my bed and pulled out a dusty photo frame. It was a picture of Aunt Lucy with a little kid, maybe 5 years old. She looked so happy in it. Just then, I heard a noise outside my window. A burglar? The moment they peeked their head up, I pushed them off the ledge. That'll teach them. Except it wasn't a burglar. It was the guy Tinker Tanker had knocked out earlier. Turns out he'd seen me launch the drone and came here to settle the score. Wait, how'd you get past the alarm system? Are you like Ninja Turtle or something?
Please. My dad's the local sheriff, and I've been trained for stuff like this since I was a kid. Who are you, though? Never seen you around here before.
Yeah, I just moved here, kinda. His name was Tate, and he seemed trustworthy, so I spilled everything.
So you're basically locked up here and trying to escape? Weird. Lucy's always been so kind. I can't believe she'd do this.
Wait, you know my aunt? Do you recognize this kid in the picture?
Yeah, I do. It's a sad story.
He explained that Aunt Lucy once had a child she loved deeply, but the kid passed away from an illness. She was never the same after that. I felt bad for her. Maybe she was so heartbroken that she wanted to keep me around as some kind of replacement. Tate agreed with my theory and suggested I play along for now to avoid upsetting her. He promised to help me escape and find my mom. Over the next few days, Tate snuck a walkie-talkie into my room so we could stay in touch. It had been forever since I'd talked to someone who got me, and it helped ease the ache of missing my mom. He even brought me cool gadgets so I could continue studying astronomy. Of course, whenever Aunt Lucy came in, I had to hide everything under my bed. One night, while I was sketching stars by the window, a police car pulled up outside.
Amara, you're under arrest for staying home too long. Let's go see the once-in-a-lifetime comet.
I couldn't help but laugh. Grabbing a sign of my own, I waved it back. Hold on, let me check if Aunt Lucy's asleep. I snuck into her room and found her sound asleep. Locking her door behind me, I climbed past the alarm system with Tate's help and we sped off into the night. The sky was breathtaking. There it is, the once-in-a-thousand-year comet blazing through the heavens. I rambled to Tate about everything I knew about it. but he just stared at me, dumbfounded. Then a well-known astronomy professor approached me, clearly impressed. He asked me about my work and invited me to visit his nearby research lab. A dream come true! I immediately said yes. That's when headlights blinded me. A familiar figure stepped out of the car. Oh no, the Grinch herself showed up to ruin everything. How could you be so reckless, sneaking out in the middle of the night? What if something dangerous happened to you? Dangerous? The dangerous thing is you! You're the one hiding my identity and keeping me locked away like a prisoner! I'm not your lost child! That's right, this woman has issues. Someone call the authorities and get me out of here! Stop spouting nonsense, you're coming home now! She shoved me into the car. The entire ride back, she didn't say a word. When we got home, she broke down in tears. Don't try to guilt trip me. I know everything. You know nothing! It's your mom who's dangerous. She works for an illegal organization experimenting on genius brains. She was going to turn you into a test subject. I froze, unable to believe what I was hearing. You're saying my mom's kindness was all an act to use me? It's the truth. I'm so sorry. Don't touch me! I stormed off to my room. This couldn't be real. My mom, the person who loved me most, was a mad scientist? No way! Aunt Lucy had to be lying. I grabbed the walkie-talkie from under my bed and called Tate, begging him to find information on my mom. Fast. I needed answers straight from her. Minutes later, Tate sent me an address.
Listen, don't go there alone. Wait for me.
I hung up on Tate before he could finish and bolted out of the house. This time, I didn't even bother sneaking. I sprinted right past the laser alarms, hopped into Aunt Lucy's car, and took off. Following the tracker, I arrived at an old warehouse deep in the woods. What now? I guess sneaking in was the only option. Mom's over there! My heart leapt as I ran toward her, but reality hit me like a brick wall. The room was packed with brain models, crazy research charts, and, get this, actual mad scientists. Amara, are you okay? Oh, my sweet girl! I collapsed into Aunt Lucy's arms, crying uncontrollably as I watched the police escort my mom and her team out. My heart felt like it had been shattered into a million pieces. For days, I was lost in a fog. I had just lost my mom, the most important person in my life. What was I supposed to do now? Sweetheart, how are you feeling? I made some soup for you. Try and eat a little. I shook my head, my mouth dry as dust. Aunt Lucy, I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused. No, honey, none of this is your fault. You were manipulated by someone you trusted. Every time I think about that, my heart breaks for you. Aunt Lucy, how am I supposed to live my life? If you want, you can stay here with me. I promise I won't control you like before, and I'll learn how to help you with your dyslexia. Will you help me too? Of course I will! We both hugged, both of us crying our hearts out. Suddenly, there was a noise at the window.
Hope I'm not interrupting. I brought you some astronomy gear. Whoa!
Aunt Lucy and I burst out laughing. For the first time in what felt like forever, I felt a glimmer of hope. Something told me this new life was going to be anything but boring. Hey y'all, it's me, Sarah, the makeup witch. I've been on TikTok for a bit, and you guys have been so fab, loving my celeb makeup tutorials like Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift, and Ariana Grande. But there's been some major drama lately, and I really need you to hear me out. After I said that, my screen got flooded with hate comments. Everyone was coming for me. Go to hell.
No need to explain. Think about your victims. Just got a taste of fame and already showing your true colors? Unfollow her, peeps.
I was maxed out, seriously on edge. All I could do was shut the live stream. I just collapsed into my bed and cried. I didn't even do anything! Flashback. I grew up in this pretty well-off family where my folks were all about cosmetics. So I got into the whole makeup game super early. Mom, can I do makeup on my doll? Sweetie, do whatever makes you happy. Just be creative. Do your thing. My mom's such a gem. Even with her crazy job, she always found time for me. Taught me to be all strong and fearless. My little girl, get up. Who's my brave warrior? Now look at me, a chirpy 16-year-old always seeing the silver lining. Also, I started my TikTok account. I only had a few thousand followers, but whatever. Soon enough, I'll hit my dream of being a pro makeup artist. Then, out of nowhere, my parents were like, we gotta travel for work. they didn't want to leave me alone, so off we went, moving states. And obviously, new school time. This one was bigger, more kids than my old joint. First day, I spotted Maya, total TikTok fashionista. But something was off. The school was doing this poster photo shoot and Maya's makeup artist flaked. She looked like she was gonna lose it. I took a leap of faith and went up to her. I can do your makeup for you, if you're up for it. Who the heck are you? I know a bit about makeup. Are you sure? I don't want to look hideous on the school's poster. What's up with her attitude? Online, she's all smiles and sweetness. Fine, suit yourself. I'm out.
Huh?
But as I walked away, Maya tugged at my shirt. Okay, I'll take a chance. Just don't mess it up. Like anyone ever doubted my skills, I was about to school Maya, show her what's up. If I don't look good, you're toast. Chill out. God, such a drama queen. First time doing a celeb's makeup? Yeah, I was kind of nervous. Can you even do this? If you ruin my rep, I'll expose you on TikTok, you klutz. An hour of her constant whining later, we were done. Oh my God! Then the crowd started buzzing with compliments. Not bad. Lucky for you, I've already got these killer looks. While Maya was soaking in her glory, this dude walked in.
Maya, it's shoot time.
It was Scott, the school basketball heartthrob. No lie, he's smoking. Seemed like every girl was crushing on him, including yours truly, and obviously Maya. She raced over, grabbed his hand, but he shrugged her off. I squeezed through the crowd for a sneak peek. They were striking poses, aiming for the best shots. Maya was trying so hard to get close to Scott, but he kept dodging. Photo shoot was a hit. You rocked it, Sarah. Without you, Maya wouldn't have looked half as good. Ugh, stop with this BS. Duh. With that, Maya strutted away. Like, hello? She didn't even thank me. After that day, my TikTok followers went through the roof. Turns out Ghost333 posted a clip of me doing Maya's makeup. Gosh, unbelievable! Oh, by the way, Ghost333 always posts the school's juicy secrets, and no one even knows who's behind it. Why'd they post my video, though? Meh, who cares? Anyway, I dove into the comments on that viral video. That girl is pretty cute, too!
Totally. Even hotter than Maya. She's not only gorgeous, but talented too. Does she have a TikTok account?
She's the makeup witch. Whoa, is this it? Am I finally about to make it? Mom, look what I've got to show you! The next morning, I arrive at school and spot Maya in the foyer. She blocks my way as she notices me. Don't even think you can outdo me. Remember, you're nothing. Just a one-hit wonder. Before I could even respond, an angry Maya storms off. What in the world? Is she mad about that viral video from last night? I kept pondering over Maya's attitude until I entered the common room. I was greeted with a live follower count of mine and Maya's TikTok accounts on the electronic board. This is surreal! There's a race set between you and Maya. Whoever reaches 1 million followers first becomes the school queen, the face of our school.
We even made bets. I've put my money on you, Sarah. A long shot, but go for it. Anyone else betting?
So that's why Maya's been acting so salty. She's so extra. I didn't even want to compete, but being the school's representative and getting a photo shoot with Scott, it's worth a shot, right? Plus, I'm now the talk of the school, giving Maya a run for her money. After that day, I posted videos more consistently and engaged with my growing fan base. Once, I noticed user Ghost333 commenting on my vids. Out of curiosity, I DM'd him. I mean, he did play a part in my fame, right? But this dude hasn't even followed me. But we clicked instantly, as if we'd known each other forever. We even promised to meet once my account reached 1 million followers. Meanwhile, the numbers on the board drew closer. My followers skyrocketed, while Maya's plateaued. It felt like she was out for blood. Then, one day, the school canteen erupted in chaos, with everyone rushing out.
Hurry! The bet's about to settle! Come on!
In the rush, I turned my phone on while following the crowd. Holy crap! I dropped my phone and it was immediately kicked away. Oh no. But someone picked it up and made their way through the crowd towards me.
Your phone!
Scott! He looked angelic in that moment, but the crowd kept moving him away. I need to get to the common room ASAP. The noise amplified as I entered. The students chanted our names as the follower counts raced. Just one more.
We won! Haha! Thanks, Sarah. We did it!
So I've won! My dream of becoming the makeup witch is closer. Outside, students took down Maya's posters. I then spotted Scott. You! How dare you steal my spot? I warned you. Before Maya could slap me, Scott stopped her.
It's over. Can't you accept defeat?
You! This isn't over. After Maya left, I shyly thanked Scott.
No worries. And congrats.
Days later, I had a photo shoot with Scott. He was less aloof and even drew closer to me. My parents and I got involved in more cosmetics and makeup-related events. I got sponsorships and guys approaching me, but no thanks. I had my eyes set elsewhere.
Did you rise to fame due to your talent, or was it because of Maya or your parents?
Tell us about your love life, Sarah. Oh no! I needed to escape. The fame, with all its troubles, was too much. I missed the days with just a few thousand followers. Now, Maya hates me, my privacy's invaded. It's horrifying! At school, many girls ask me to do their makeup for special occasions, and I'm happy for that. But one day... Sarah, look what I've tried to explain but couldn't. I threw my phone aside and lay down on the bed. Although I decided not to go online anymore, my mother advised me to face it instead of hiding. I need to find out the reason for this. Have I got played? Huh? Who is that? I headed for the door. I suddenly felt more intense than ever. There was no one at the door, but there was a big gift box there. Who sent this? Ah! Inside, there's this cute little witch doll. Yo, I screamed just because it freaked me out, okay? Thought I saw some movie-level threat. What a derp moment. Oh? There's a note. Your makeup bag's been tampered with? Gosh, knew something was off. I had my dad check my makeup stuff straight away. They're experts, so they spotted that there was some powder on it that could cause skin reactions. Boom! There it was. Someone tried to sabotage me. But who tried to screw me over? And who sent that gift box? That very evening, I got all the answers. Saw my name mentioned in a viral video. It's Ghost333. He uploaded another video and it blew up with millions of views. The video showed Maya sneakily sprinkling some powder on my makeup. Everyone was going nuts in the comments, mostly apologizing to me and slamming Maya. She even locked her account. We did Sarah so dirty. OMG.
Who would have thought Maya could be so shady? That's so messed up.
Then it hit me. The promise from before. We'll meet when I hit 1 million followers. Now I owe him a big thank you, so I decided to meet him. We agreed to meet at a park the next morning. As I was looking around, I spotted Scott entering with a big bouquet. Is he on a date? Guess I'll just stalk him a bit. Scott seemed to be looking for someone too. Wondered which lucky girl it was. Oh snap, something just bit me!
Found you.
I'm just practicing for a costume event. Scott brushed a leaf off of me, his face inches from mine.
Really?
Okay, fine. I'm waiting for a friend here.
I was waiting for you.
What? You're Ghost333?
Yup, but please keep it a secret. Wasn't sure what Maya was up to at first. Couldn't expose her right away. I had no idea she'd go that low.
What Scott told me next had my jaw on the floor. I even remembered he was my childhood friend. It felt familiar talking to him. So, you finally followed me.
FYI, I was the last sub that helped you beat Maya in that contest.
The following days at school, everyone was greeting me with warm smiles and nods. As for Maya, she's been avoiding me like the plague. Social media's wild. It can lift you up, but also drag you down any second. Seems Maya's paying for her choices. And me? I'm on my way to my dream. Being a makeup witch isn't a piece of cake.
So sleepy. Hello everyone, I'm Catherine, or Cat for short. Oops, better get ready quick. Gotta nail this final project presentation. My exchange trip to Japan is waiting for me. Wait, what's wrong with this door? I can't open it! Darn it! Weird. Seems like both my laptop and phone have vanished too. Right, the window. Oh no. No! How am I locked in my own room like this? Hello? Is anyone outside? Help me! I tried my hardest to break down the door, but to no use. Darn it! I know who did this! It wasn't until late that evening that Jordan, my boyfriend, finally came home. Look at his attitude, as if nothing had happened. You jerk! How could you lock me in my room all day?
Oh, my love, I didn't mean to scare you that much. I just wanted to protect you.
That's not protection! I missed an important presentation because of your selfish stupidity! Do you have any idea how much I cared about that project? Jordan's demeanor suddenly shifted 180 degrees. Just like always.
Not this again. I'm tired of hearing your parents go on and on all day, you know? If it weren't for my sharp arguments, your parents would have been at a disadvantage in that recent lawsuit. You know that? You should just be quiet and grateful, Kat.
It's been 2 years since Jordan and I got together. He's a talented lawyer, handsome and well-mannered. Nothing to complain about.
Brilliant, Jordan! What do you think about becoming our company's personal lawyer? I'd be honored, Mr. Chairman.
At that moment, I was really happy. Things began to change once we moved in together. He controlled nearly everything.
I don't like your nails colored at all. Just sit here. Kat, that dress is too short. No, take this one. You'll look prettier. Kat, don't eat that stuff. Do you want to turn into a pig? Hey, you! Huh? Don't you have salad here?
Hey, Kat. I think you should go home. Someone's about to crash us here. It's like we're elementary kids on a field trip. Get lost, Jord! When will you ever leave me alone?
Sorry, ladies. She gets a bit crazy sometimes. Let me pay for everyone's meal today.
Gradually, none of my friends could stand Jordan's interference anymore. Wondering why I haven't kicked him out of my life yet?
What's wrong, my love?
I can't take it anymore with you. I'm breaking up with you. I need to get out of this suffocating place right now.
You dare? One step out of here, and I can crush you and the company your parents built in 12 years in the blink of an eye, princess.
That's the thing. Jordan is a lawyer for my family's company. Can't imagine what would happen if Jordan got mad. The only place left to seek help was my parents. But are you two back home? Don't worry about us. Why don't you go out somewhere?
We planned a trip to Germany a few days ago, but Catherine missed her parents, so I brought her back for a few days. As long as Kat's happy, I'll do anything she wants.
Oh, such a sweet boy. Damn it! Jordan's ridiculous acting still fools them. Mom, I don't think I can continue with Jordan anymore. He controls me like a toy. Do you have any idea? Listen, honey. Maybe he's just a bit jealous. Don't overreact. The new project is going very well thanks to Jordan. He even proposed a deal for a 40% share in the company in exchange for marrying you. I think it's quite reasonable. No, that can't happen! I won't let Jordan touch even 1% of my family's shares! That scoundrel! Alright, first things first. I need to get far away from that demon. Maybe I'll rent a hotel room for a few days. Look at all those happy couples walking hand in hand on the street. Jordan and I used to be like that too. If only I knew he was such a jerk back then.
Hey, Kat! You okay?
Huh?
Oh, it's Rocky, the president of the programming club and my project teammate. He's a fun and adorable guy. A lot of girls like him, but I've never seen Rocky date anyone. I'm fine, just some personal stuff.
How about some exercise to clear your mind?
And so we went to the basketball court together. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I felt so free and happy.
Kat, you're a really talented girl. Whatever you're facing, just be strong and rational, and I'm sure you'll find a way. Hang in there.
Thanks, Rocky. I had a great time today. See you. I didn't even want to charge my phone for fear of Jordan calling. Even now, in a hotel room, I'm haunted by the thought that someone might lock the door while I'm sleeping. My nightmare began the next morning.
Kat, are you alright? Your phone.
What's this? Photos of me and Rocky at the basketball court?
Why didn't you come home last night? I was so worried about you. Kat, come home now. Kat, why aren't you answering your phone? I miss you. Who is this guy? You're cheating on me?
Damn, how did he get these pictures?
If you don't show up at home tonight, he won't be safe.
Oh no, Rocky! I had no choice but to return to that dreaded house. Jordan, we need to stop.
Just got home and you're already causing trouble? It's not funny, you know?
I'm going insane with your unreasonable control. Please, just let me go. I need to live like a human being.
Listen, you belong to me, Kat. It's fate. Don't worry, we'll soon be happy together forever.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow night is the official press announcement and party for our engagement. How about that? You must be very happy, right, my love?
What? No, no way! I have to stop this. I came up with a plan to trap Jordan. Really? The exchange program list isn't finalized, and I'll be able to attend a makeup presentation? That's great. I'll definitely be there tomorrow. Thanks. Contrary to my expectations, Jordan was frighteningly calm.
What's up, Kat?
Aren't you going to ask about the exchange trip to Japan?
Oh, so what?
What's going on? This isn't the Jordan I know.
Why do you look so surprised? I've always supported your decisions, my love, as long as you like it. Poor plan, Kat.
No, let me go!
You think I'm as foolish as you? Ridiculous. Maybe you don't even need to be at the party tomorrow. Just stay home and get ready to be my bride.
Damn it, this is bad. But wait, he's holding his iPad, isn't he? I suddenly realized Jordan never leaves it alone. Not even for a minute. I spent the whole night thinking about all possible ways to escape from him.
Hey, Kat, didn't see you at school this morning. Anything I can help with?
I'm just not feeling well today. It's okay.
I can swing by. We can chat through the window. Jordan won't know.
Wait, Rocky, I have a plan. It might be dangerous. Can you help me? After arranging with Rocky, I messaged Jordan to come to my room. Jord, how about pizza and a movie? It's been crazy lately. It would be nice to spend some time together. Oh, can you open this for me?
Silly thing. You know better than to mess with me, right?
Jord, I'm sorry about everything. I didn't mean for it to happen. I was just being impulsive. Can you forgive me? Thanks, Jord. Let's see. I'll order the pizza. There's a new authentic Italian place nearby. Jordan seemed a bit suspicious. Patience, Kat. You can do this. There he is! Rocky's here! Waiting for just that, I sprang into action.
What the? No! My iPad!
What am I feeling now? Joy, relief, pain, or resentment? I'm not sure, but one thing is certain. I'm about to be free! I knew it! The iPad had a bunch of incriminating photos of Jordan. He's not a lawyer at all. All his credentials were fake. Jordan had pulled similar scams on wealthy families before. Tonight's party would be the end for Jordan and this hellish relationship.
Smile. Hold Jordan's hand. We need to show the partners how happy you two are. Oh, and speaking of which, why isn't he here yet?
No, Mom and Dad, I won't act in that farce ever again. I've been with Jordan for 2 years. For me, those were the most terrible years of my life. Everyone was shocked by my sudden turn. Murmurs and whispers started spreading. Jordan is a criminal. He planned to use me to infiltrate and drain profits from my family's company. Not only that, he treated me like an object he owned. Still haven't believed yet? The proof will show up right now. The big screen showed the images copied from Jordan's iPad.
Ouch! Let me go, you jerk! Time for you to pay. I don't care what the cops will do to you, but this one's for Kat.
I returned to my normal life. A life of freedom and happiness that I'd long forgotten.
Kat, let's hit the basketball court.
Coming! To anyone enduring a relationship that brings nothing but pain and suffocation, always prioritize yourself and don't hesitate to walk away. We all deserve happiness.
The other kids at the orphanage just stood there and watched as the bullies barged into the classroom and dragged me away. As usual, they threw me into the dark storage room. I heard only lowlifes and useless people have marks like this. Dumb Muriel here says it's a crown. So special. Those jerks. If they weren't bigger and outnumbered me, I wouldn't let them get away with this. Hey there, MDA viewers. I'm Muriel from England, and I've just been through a wild journey to reclaim my life. Like and subscribe to MDA to keep up with my story and help me get out of here! I've had a unique crown-shaped birthmark on my arm since birth, which made me a target for the bullies at the orphanage. Mother Farley, a staff member at the orphanage, was the closest person to me. I was only sad because she never allowed me to go outside and never put me up for adoption. But maybe it was because she really wanted to keep me close. Everything changed when I was 15. That day, we heard that the Queen and Princess would visit the orphanage on a charity trip. Everyone was super excited, especially Mother Farley. But as soon as she saw me, her face darkened. Without a word, she dragged me to the storage room and threw me inside. Mother Farley, what are you doing? Stay in here and be quiet. You are not allowed to appear in front of the Queen and Princess. The Queen won't like your birthmark and it could ruin the atmosphere. We don't want that. Then the door was locked. Despite my yelling, the sounds of drums and the crowd outside drowned out my voice. The Queen and Princess had arrived. I tried everything to get out of the storage room. After finding some scrap paper, I used bits of coal to write a message for help and slid it under the door, but no one came. Out of options, I decided to back up, gather my strength, and ram into the door. Someone opened it when I was just an inch away, and we collided. When I opened my eyes, there was a handsome young man with deep blue eyes and soft brown hair. Could he be the prince?
Can you get off me?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Are you alright?
Thanks for the compliment, but I'm just a guard. Are you okay?
A strange feeling washed over me when I took his hand. The guard looked a bit surprised when he saw the birthmark on my arm. Please don't mind it. Thank you for helping me. He nodded and smiled at me. Then we went out to the courtyard where the Queen and Princess were giving out gifts to the children. They looked radiant, almost like they were glowing. That's when I noticed the birthmark on the princess's arm. It was faint but unmistakable. It looked exactly like mine. I remembered what Mother Farley said before locking me in the storage room. Why did she suddenly mention the birthmark? The visit ended and they prepared to return to the palace. I knew I couldn't live peacefully with a million questions running through my mind. Before Mother Farley could notice, I slipped into the crowd, threw some sand to distract the guards, and quickly hid in the back seat of the car while the Queen and Princess were saying their goodbyes. For the first time in my life, I escaped the dark shadow of the orphanage. The car stopped in front of the royal palace, which was 100 times more magnificent than the orphanage. After the Queen and Princess got out, I was so busy admiring the palace that I almost got caught in the rearview mirror. Luckily, I quickly ducked down before the driver noticed. That night, while lying on a swing in the royal garden, a flashlight suddenly blinded me, and 2 guards grabbed me. Please let me go! I swear on this butterfly that I was just planning to take a nap here!
Stop right there!
A young man stepped out of the shadows as bold as a superhero. It was the guard who saved me from the storage room this morning.
Sorry, she's my relative and she's been waiting for me. I'll handle this.
My savior helped me once again. That's when I learned his name was Fred. After I told him about my experiences at the orphanage, Fred agreed to help me stay at the palace. I was taken in as a maid under the guise of being Fred's relative and served Princess Leanna. Since we were the same age, we quickly became friends. Sometimes Leanna let me try on her fancy dresses and taste royal delicacies. She was sweet, but also quite a handful. For instance, Leanna once climbed the huge chandelier in the Grand Hall, and I struggled to get her down, only for the chandelier to come crashing down afterward. I didn't take care of the princess properly. Your Majesty, please forgive me. It's all right, Muriel. No harm done. I was planning to redecorate the palace anyway. I rarely saw the queen. Every time she appeared, she exuded elegance and authority, and there was something familiar about her. Watching her with Leanna, I wondered, who was my real mother, and would she love me as much as this? Ever since I came to the palace, Leanna's birthmark kept lingering in my mind. One day, while the maids were chatting as they dried tablecloths for Leanna's 16th birthday, I decided to join in and probe. The princess has a unique crown-shaped birthmark on her arm, doesn't she? She's had it since birth. It was the identifying mark when she was found after being kidnapped, though I find it to be a bit dubious. The maids then told me the story from 15 years ago. The newborn princess was kidnapped the night she was born. For days, the queen secretly sent people to search everywhere for the princess, but to no avail. Then a miracle happened. A royal guard unexpectedly found and returned the princess. He was rewarded handsomely, but then disappeared mysteriously. There are many rumors about this. They say Princess Leanna is an imposter. She doesn't look like her parents at all. Not to mention that birthmark is fading. There was too much to process, and I stood there in a daze. Just then, Leanna appeared and pulled me away. What do you think? This outfit is nice, right? Not too flashy compared to Fred's guard uniform. Just thinking about dancing with him makes me feel... Alright, Leanna liked Fred. She often asked me a lot about Fred because she thought I was his sister, but I didn't know anything, so I made stuff up. Once, Fred had to tearfully eat the apple pie Leanna gave him when he hated apples. Speaking of Fred, he still smiled and greeted me whenever we bumped into each other in the palace, and the fluttery feeling from the first time we met came back. On the night of Leanna's birthday party, I was assigned to take care of the multi-tiered cake. Fred came to sit next to me in the waiting room.
Muriel, why do you look so pensive?
It's nothing, I've never had a birthday cake of my own. At the orphanage, we had joint birthday parties, and each of us only got a cupcake to put a candle on. The bullies always snatched my cake before the candle even went out. But still, those are memorable times.
You're amazing, Muriel. My father also left me in the royal palace since I was just a toddler. But life here is good. If I were you, I might not have been able to stay so positive and strong. And very beautiful, too.
My face turned bright red. Fred looked deep into my eyes and moved closer. What on earth are you two doing? I looked up and saw Leanna like a dragon on fire. She ran outside in her rage. She wrecked all the tables. The sound of breaking glass and the chaos of the guests filled the hall. A bottle of wine nearly hit my head. Luckily, Fred shielded me just in time. I hurried after Leanna. Leanna, wait! Let go! I trusted you, treated you well, only to be stabbed in the back! You knew I liked Fred. How could you? Muriel, there you are. Suddenly, Mother Farley came running from a distance, shoving me away from Leanna. Her eyes were blazing with fury. You brat! How dare you make the princess cry on her birthday? My poor princess, are you all right? I was watching the scene. It all started to make sense to me. I was forced to return to the orphanage that very night.
Are you really leaving?
Fred, I need you to do something for me. I know there's something shady about Leanna's identity ever since the kidnapping 15 years ago. Can you help me find information about the guard who rescued her back then?
Muriel, that person is...
But Mother Farley came and dragged me away before Fred could finish. I went back to spending my days cooped up in the dark storage room at the orphanage. Now even worse because Mother Farley watched over me like a prison guard. Until one morning, while I was making my bed, I heard a noise coming from the window. When I turned around, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest seeing Fred climbing in. Fred, what are you doing here?
We don't have much time, Muriel. Come with me!
Fred wrapped his arm around my waist while holding onto a tree branch and climbed down. Don't blame me for having silly thoughts in this situation. I mean, he looked so cool. Hey, you can't take her! Stop right there! Unfortunately, Mother Farley spotted us from an upper floor. Fred immediately pulled me into the car and sped off. It took me a few minutes to calm down and realize there was another man waiting in the car.
This is my father, the guard you've been looking for. Listen, Muriel, you are the princess. We need to get back to the palace right now.
I was too shocked to react. On the way, Fred's father explained everything. Mother Farley and the Queen were pregnant at the same time. While the princess was born into luxury, she and her newborn daughter were stripped of everything by her horrible husband.
Not wanting her daughter to suffer, she asked her royal guard brother, who is me, to kidnap and swap the babies. I've lived with the guild ever since, so when Fred became a guard, I told him to find the princess and protect her no matter what. Now, let me return your rightful life to you.
When we arrived at the palace, we immediately requested an audience with the Queen. Guard Jonathan?
Your Majesty, I sincerely apologize for hiding the truth all these years. Today,
A loud crash came from outside the courtyard. Mother Farley had driven a truck straight into the palace gates. No one will take my daughter's life away! I rushed forward and knocked her down before she could grab the thing hidden in her cloak. She struggled and threw me off, frantically searching for the gun. Just then, Leanna appeared and stomped on it. Leanna? Mom, please stop! We can't keep making these mistakes! Please! Mother Farley burst into tears and hugged Leanna tightly. Perhaps her biggest mistake all these years was not being there to care for her own daughter. Fred had explained everything to Leanna before leaving the palace to find me. She apologized to me and slowly accepted that she and Fred were cousins. In the end, everything fell into place. Of course I was overjoyed, but it would take some time to get used to this new life.
tomorrow is the day you'll be announced as the princess to the public. What's the first thing you want to do?
I'm going to put the crown away.
What do you mean?
Pack my bags and go on a world tour. I've been cooped up in the orphanage for too long, Fred. Besides, as the princess of the kingdom, maybe I can meet and help people who are struggling out there. Do you mind being my companion?
I'm always willing to be by your side, princess.
With all the strength she could muster, she charged at him and punched him right in the face.
Stop it! Do you feel proud picking on a kid?
Yo, let's see if you can protect your dumb little brother forever, huh?
I will!
She turned back to grab Danny's hand, but the little guy wriggled out of her grasp and lunged toward Jacob. Hey there, that's Freya, a girl from a small European country. Before everything unfolded, she used to say, "Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to MDA." Her dad was a lighthouse keeper. Her parents divorced after her brother Danny turned 3. Their mother couldn't accept Danny because he was autistic. Danny didn't have friends. He often locked himself in his room all day and was only really close to Freya and their dad. When Freya was 13, something happened that hit both her and Danny hard. That night, their dad went out to sea to rescue a ship stuck off the coast due to a storm. The crew made it back safely, but their dad didn't. They never heard from him again. Danny became even more withdrawn. He thought he was the reason their mom had left, and now their dad too. Freya had to work really hard to lift his spirits. The siblings became closer than ever. She took care of everything for her brother, from meals to bedtime, making sure he lacked nothing.
The milkshake Freya makes is the best! The best!
Good job, Danny. Finish your milk and I'll take you out to play.
Collecting seashells. I'm almost done building my seashell castle.
That was Matt. His father and he were fishermen, and they had been very close to her dad. They had grown up together.
Hey, you gonna tell Danny about your dad?
Not yet, but I have a strong belief that he's still out there somewhere.
Above all, she feared that Danny might not be able to handle that shock. Danny grew smarter as he got older. On his first day of school, she walked him right to his seat in the classroom. He seemed nervous.
Freya, don't go.
Don't worry, little boy. Everything will be all right.
Still, she knew things would be a bit tougher for a special kid like him. She headed back to her class and met Jacob at the door. Instead of stepping aside, he acted like a total jerk.
If I were you, I'd just quit school and sit by the beach every day. Maybe your dad will swim back one day.
He and his gang burst into laughter. She had turned down Jacob's advances 3 times, driving him crazy. He had said that if she wouldn't be his girlfriend, he'd make her his enemy. Ha! What a fool, like she was scared. Later that day, she and Danny were enjoying lunch in the school cafeteria when Jacob showed up.
Oh, you never mentioned you had a little brother. Let's see. Oh, right. This is why your dad left.
Jacob's jokes crossed the line, so she stood up and splashed her drink in his face. He seemed shocked.
If you can't say something nice, keep your mouth shut!
As the cafeteria started buzzing, Jacob just walked away quietly.
Don't listen to him.
But Jacob wouldn't leave them alone, and in the days that followed, Danny constantly had his books and belongings hidden. One day, Freya waited for Danny at the school gate after classes, but he was nowhere to be found. He never went anywhere without her. She immediately thought of Jacob, certain that he had messed with Danny again. Then, she heard sobbing coming from an empty classroom, where her brother was buried under a pile of books and homework. Without thinking, she kicked the door open. Danny ran into her arms, sobbing.
Jacob and his friends said I had to do all their homework before and they let me go.
She swore she'd crush them all. She stormed off with Danny in tow to where Jacob was lounging and bragging.
Well, your little brother is pretty smart, so we had him do us a favor.
With all the strength she could muster, she charged at him and punched him right in the face.
Stop it! Do you feel proud picking on a kid?
Yo, let's see if you can protect your dumb little brother forever, huh?
I will.
She turned back to grab Danny's hand, but he wriggled out of her grasp and lunged towards Jacob. Both of them fell to the ground just as a large branch dropped right where Jacob had been standing. Oh my gosh, Danny had just saved him.
I saw it falling, so are you okay?
As Jacob stood there, dumbfounded, the crowd applauded and cheered for Danny's brave act.
Well, what was that about our brave little hero here? Danny is God's child, you know.
Jacob hung his head, apologized to Danny, and walked away.
Huh.
At last, he had changed his tune. Freya was so proud of Danny and couldn't wait to get home and tell their dad. Then she remembered. Dad had been gone for years. He had missed out on so many of their happy stories. Time had flown by. Now Danny was all grown up, and his autism hadn't stopped him from moving to the city and becoming a renowned lawyer. As for Freya, she was still there in the village, diligently teaching the local kids.
It's been a while since Danny came home. Is he doing okay in the city?
It's been over half a year since I last contacted him. Seems like he's really busy with work.
Danny's phone was often busy when Freya called, and sometimes it didn't even connect. Worried sick, she decided to make a trip to the city.
Just go. If anything comes up here, I'll give you a call.
The city was bustling and rushed. It took Freya a while to track down Danny's current address, but the nameplate read, Daniel Walker? Confused, she took a deep breath and knocked on the door. It opened slowly, revealing a young, beautiful, and modern-looking girl.
Can I help you? I'm looking for Danny? Wrong address. Hold on a second. Do you know this person?
The girl stared at the picture, then looked at Freya with suspicion. She seemed so annoyed.
Honey, come here for a sec.
As the guy stepped out, it didn't take Freya a second to recognize him as her brother. He froze for a few seconds before saying,
Who are you?
Her world crumbled as Danny failed to recognize her.
Danny, I'm your sister.
I'm Daniel. I don't have a sister. Sorry, but you've got the wrong person.
See? People look alike. Bye.
She was utterly shocked. Could autism have made him forget her? No, he had an excellent memory. Then, maybe he had suffered a head injury causing memory loss. She had to find her brother. The next day, she followed Danny and saw him enter a cafe. This was her chance.
I'll have a,
Milkshake.
You again?
She smiled brightly at Danny, hoping the milkshake would trigger memories of their childhood. He used to be addicted to the ones she made.
Black coffee, please.
Black coffee? Danny had never liked bitter things. Had he really changed everything?
Danny.
I've already told you. I don't have a sister, and I've never met you. You're making me feel uncomfortable.
Do you remember the seashell castle?
He stared intently at his once favorite childhood toy, then swiftly knocked it to the ground, shattering it.
You leave, or I leave.
Danny's actions squeezed her heart. He had changed, no longer the shy boy who always clung to her arm. As whispers began to spread around them, she ran out of the cafe in tears. Why did everyone she loved drift away from her? What had she done to deserve this horror? The brother she cherished most didn't even recognize his own sister.
You're so lucky. Oh, please. I'm just sticking around for his money.
Huh? Isn't this the girl living with Danny?
Some woman came looking for him yesterday. Weird. Better grab the loot and scram. How dare you! Oh, didn't you also pretend to be his sister to con him? He'll find out your true gold-digging face!
The girl angrily advanced toward her and tried to snatch the phone from her hand, as if she'd let that happen. But she unexpectedly slipped and fell toward the busy road. It was Danny.
Danny, Daniel, whatever! Whether you're my brother or not, I can't stand to see you get deceived.
Freya, I'll tell you the truth.
Then, Danny explained that he had to change everything because he was part of a witness protection program, even pretending not to know his own sister.
That day, they saw me.
But who? I don't understand.
While working as a lawyer, I was investigating the mysterious disappearance of our dad. Dad's alive. He was captured by a pirate ship.
What? Then we'll find Dad together.
It's too dangerous. And they don't anchor in one place either. It's hard to find them. The police are also investigating. Dad isn't the only victim taken onto that ship.
But how long do we have to wait?
Danny falls silent, having thought a lot.
I know someone who can help us find them.
They returned and knocked on Matt's door at midnight. Upon hearing the story from Danny, Matt was incredibly shocked.
It's too dangerous, Freya. I'm afraid that...
You know how much we've suffered since Dad left. I can't wait any longer. He's out there somewhere, longing to come home.
Finally, she convinced Matt. The three of them rushed to the old lighthouse that had been part of their dad's life to look for more clues. With Matt's experience and Danny's intelligence, they pinpointed the potential stops for the pirates, tracing their steps.
Without being a sea expert, one could never track them down.
The night air chilled their skin as their small boat stealthily approached the dim silhouette of the pirate ship. She signaled Matt to head back, while she and Danny swam toward it. Clouds obscured the moon, casting sparse rays of light that revealed the old wooden planks. As they stepped onto the deck, the creaking noise alerted the men gathered there.
Who's there?
Danny and she held their breaths, fearing even the slightest sound might give them away. Their hands clenched tightly, trembling.
Probably just a fish jumping against the hull.
Their conversation resumed. Just as they were about to move on, a hand reached out and covered her mouth. But it was her dad, his bushy beard almost concealing his face, yet she could still recognize him. A silent reunion followed, and they hugged tightly.
We'll leave together, quietly.
But the joy was short-lived as a tall shadow loomed behind them.
Intruders! We've got intruders!
Immediately, Danny crouched down, covering his head in fear. The last time she had seen him like that was when he had been bullied by Jacob years ago.
Danny, I'm here! Danny is God's child, remember!
She grabbed her dad's hand and shouted.
Dad, take Danny! He needs you! I'll hold them off!
She stood up and moved forward, determined to protect her family, no matter what.
No one is allowed to touch my family!
Rushing past her, Danny charged into the leader, causing them both to tumble. He grabbed a flare gun and fired it into the sky. A bright orange light tore through the night sky. In the distance, the flashing lights of a Coast Guard ship became visible. The pirates panicked and jumped overboard, trying to escape, but it was too late. The police arrived and apprehended them. Their dad explained that the pirates had taken him because he was a sea expert, needed to navigate for them.
But it's all over now. Everything's okay.
They were safely brought back home. After years, the family was finally reunited. Now she could tell their dad how proud she and Danny had been of each other.
Freya, you too. I'm so proud of you.
I've missed you so much, Dad.
I have dissociative identity disorder for acting in 18-plus scenes. Have you ever wondered if famous people are as good as they appear on screen? I'm sure they aren't. The price to become famous is prohibitively high. I had to sacrifice my health, emotion, and even my safety for the sake of an acting role. And this is my story. Andrea is my name, and I'm 19 years old. Everyone knows me as a promising young actress. Cute roles with cute and innocent looks propelled me to fame and popularity. They were my signature image. Those casts I did were mostly made up of characters with innocent faces. I even had a fan base, and they referred to me as the White Swan. It also was the name of my most famous role, which took me closer to the public. They loved and supported me in those innocent plays. When I was 15 years old, when few of my colleagues could achieve their success, I had received an invitation to become the main actress of a horrible film by Thomas, a well-known director. He was also the father of several other blockbusters, assisting several stars and becoming A-listers. It was also my first significant role, and I was confident that my career would take a bright turn with the help of this talented director. Nobody would pass up such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I decided to agree to the role to demonstrate my talent and have a chance to change my acting style. But I had to keep in mind that it was a horror film, with some bloody scenes along with sensitive adult scenes. It meant that I had to sacrifice my fan-favorite nickname, the White Swan. The word got out that director Thomas had invited me to his horror film, which included some disturbing scenes. There was a massive outpouring of disapproval, mainly from my fans. They were the ones who adored my naive and innocent image. They made disparaging remarks about Thomas and threatened to boycott the film if I said yes. A fan commented on the news, if she agreed to take part in that film, the old Andrea would no longer be alive to us. Farewell to the White Swan. After that, the fans kept on criticizing me and the film's producers on social media. It resulted in a massive boycott, something I never faced as an actress. This put me under a lot of stress. Putting the boycott wave aside, I still decided not to pass up this opportunity and said yes to join as the film's main actress. However, I saw a suspicious stranger in the crowd right before the filming meeting. He just stood there, quiet, staring at me with furious eyes. Those eyes haunted me for several days. Another time, when I was a guest at an event, the stranger appeared again and stood there with those same hateful eyes. But this time, instead of remaining quiet, he screamed in the middle of the event, "I don't want the White Swan to be in adult scenes!" The whole event became chaotic and security had to take him away. It felt like my heart was going to burst from fear. He turned up at every event I went to and stood there with hatred for a long time. The film's producers and I encouraged each other to overcome the shock and began shooting the first scenes. We believed that we could gradually change the audience's opinions. But during that time, there was no sign of an end to the social media assault. The role that I played required me to be utterly dedicated and have an extensive understanding of the criminal personality. The director asked me to try seeing life through the serial killer's eyes with mental health issues. I started acting strange due to that. From filming to real life, I always had to live in my character's personality. It caused me to have disturbing and pessimistic thoughts at times. I didn't know how to get out of that situation. I assumed that I was too stressed out from work, but I was mistaken. The film forced me to truly immerse myself in the personality of my murderous character. At work, I knew I was just an actress who played my part, but that role haunted me even when I got home. I felt as if I had become crazier and started developing behavior like the killer in the film. I couldn't even control myself. I broke everything in my home, cried and laughed for no reason, and preferred to be in the dark. Not only that, an account with the avatar of the crazy fan who turned up at all my events bombarded me with messages daily. He expressed his love for me and his disappointment in seeing me ruin my reputation by acting in this film. Soon after, my mental health deteriorated when I discovered a private group chat on social media called Andrea's Private Room, where they shared personal information about me. At first, it was just my work schedule, but it quickly progressed to secretive info that I had never shared with anyone. This scared me even more. Whenever a post or new information about me was leaked, I always got extremely terrified and started walking around my house looking for whoever could be following me. I had delusions about this aggressive fan stalking me and observing me from a distance every time I went to work. It took me a while to realize that it was all in my mind. I still get shivers whenever I think about those times. The stress, the sleepless nights, and the constant nightmares all contributed to the deterioration of my health. The private community began exchanging my personal stories, such as how I had sleepwalked after work, how I cried and laughed by myself. Even my unusual menstrual cycle was posted there. I hope you understand how depressed I was at the time. I tried to reflect on everything that had happened. Others could have no idea what I was going through. Maybe that obsessive fan was attempting to harm me by following me excessively. Or perhaps he hid somewhere or installed a camera in my house. I began blaming myself. More than anyone, I understood that by accepting that role, I could get the glory I wanted. But in exchange, I would destroy the innocent image that my fans adored. My health got even worse as a result of my depression, and it affected my career. I was unable to focus at work, and my unstable mental health caused me to become violent. I was regretfully rejected from plenty of projects due to that. When I was at the bottom, Sabina, my private manager, had offered me a way out. When I nearly drowned, I thought I got a lifesaver, but turned out things got horribly wrong from there, which helped me discover a terrifying truth. What will happen next? I'll reveal it all to you in the next video. I have dissociative identity disorder for acting in 18+ scenes. Part 2. Hello, I'm back with an update on my scary acting career story. Several terrifying things had happened to me in the previous episode after I had accepted the invitation to be in a horror film directed by Thomas that was full of bloody and 18+ scenes. My fans boycotted the film. One obsessive fan was always present at every event I went to, and there was an anonymous group that spread my personal information on social media. Fortunately, when I was at loss about what to do, Sabina noticed and offered to help me. I confided in Sabina about my concerns as if she were my lifesaver. Sabina had used to be an actress who didn't have a successful debut. She was talented and passionate, but a few controversial tales about her had forced her to retire early. She later became a manager to continue working in the cinematic environment and continued to pursue her passion. And it was fate that took her to me. Sabina knew everything that happened to me since she was my manager who had been looking after me from my eating to sleeping schedule. I sobbed and told her, could it be that I have dissociative identity disorder? And an identity had formed a private group to ridicule me for being so stupid as to ruin my image? Sabina attempted to calm me down by promising to take me to psychiatrists for treatment. Sabina was a kind manager. On the day I accepted the role and had to receive the hatred from social media, she became emotional and ran outside to weep. To me, she was not only a manager, but also a sister. She took me to see a psychiatrist who was also a close friend of hers. He lived in a rural area far from a residential area. Sabina told me he was an excellent psychiatrist who used to work in a large city hospital. However, after some difficulties at work, he relocated and began working here. Because of his close friendship with Sabina, he agreed to help me. I was diagnosed with depression and PTSD due to the adverse effects that the film and fandom had on me. The psychiatrist advised me to take a 2-week break from work to get back on track. However, the film had not yet been completed. As a responsible actress, I wanted to play the part till the end. I requested a couple of days off to relax and ensured that my health was stable before coming back to work. Sabina came to see director Thomas and asked him to change the script and remove some 18+ scenes that could affect my mental health. She also apologized to him and requested that he change the work schedule for me. It was to ensure that I would no longer suffer from mental illness. The producer harshly criticized Sabina. She even had to use her own money to compensate for the film project because her request affected the production a lot. She said that she saw me as her sister and just wanted the best for me. Thank God for putting her by my side. She was a fantastic manager and partner. Following that, the criticism on social media gradually vanished. My mood improved as well. However, after a few weeks, Andrea's private room posted many status entries that described exactly how bad my mental health problem was. It felt like it was me who wrote those words. My health worsened as I became more worried. I genuinely had no idea how to get those people to avoid following me. Was there a secret behind the cruel acts of those obsessive fans that I wasn't aware of? During treatment, I stopped all my regular activities and remained at home with my manager and confided in her. There was one strange thing. Everything that was posted in Andrea's private room was closely guarded secrets between me, my psychiatrist, and Sabina. I couldn't even find any evidence of a follower in my house. Maybe I did have dissociative identity disorder. Maybe the other me despised the image of Andrea, the white swan, and created the group to defame myself. Things worsened, and with the psychiatrist and Sabina's advice, I officially exited the film. But it was too late. My image, my popularity, and my fans were no longer as they had been. My insomnia got serious, and when I awoke one night, I sat in front of the mirror sobbing because I saw myself get so skinny and sick. I recalled the time when I was referred to as the white swan. I went to the closet and took out the white dress from my first role, which brought me my fame. The dress held many memories for me, and it became my signature image. It was featured on several posters from various well-known magazines. I put the dress on and did my makeup. When I was done, I went down to the living room with a sad expression on my face. I closed my eyes and began dancing to the melody in my head, the soundtrack from the old movie that was connected to the white swan image. I danced madly and silently in the dark with tears in my eyes. When I was dancing, I ran into another version of myself in the dark living room. Another Andrea who was wearing the same dress and makeup and also dancing in the room. We shockingly looked at each other in the dark. Was it real or was I in my imaginative world? Had I just met my other identity? She was right there in the same house with me, and maybe she wanted to kill me? I was afraid and started crying uncontrollably. I took the scissors nearby and intended to commit suicide. However, the other Andrea stopped me and switched on the lamp. All was then explained. Andrea took off her wig and makeup in front of me. It was Sabina. She sobbed and confessed that she was the one behind everything. It's impossible. Sabina, I don't understand what's going on. I screamed while hugging Sabina. Sabina explained everything to me. It was because of my disappointing debut that I wanted to become a manager. Then I met you, a young actress who drew a lot of attention from the media. I looked up to you as my hero. I put all my dreams on you and pretended you were me. That's why I supported you in the same way I did myself. But the person that I worshipped was just the white swan, Andrea. I was desperate when you wanted to act in that horror movie and ruin your innocent appearance. So I did everything I could to make you feel afraid and give up this role. Yes, Sabina was the only person who could know everything about my secrets, and that she could just start a group chat and share personal information about me. Sabina had arranged for a psychiatrist to offer me advice so that I would quit taking part in that movie. Her most tremendous pain was not being able to continue her dream job. She chose to put all her dreams in me instead. Sabina became depressed because the image that she admired was no longer there. I was so taken aback by the story that I hugged her and sobbed. I understood her feelings. Instead of hating her for what she did to me, I felt sympathy for my beloved manager's girlfriend. Her worship crossed the line and caused things to spiral out of control, which had a significant impact on my life. I was stressed, but Sabina was the one who had a mental health problem. Every night, she put on makeup and dressed up as Andrea, the white swan, then softly danced, smiled, and cried in the silence. In the end, I decided to retire early and stay away from the seductive spotlight to help Sabina with her treatment. I hoped she would recover so that we could begin a new, peaceful, and less sorrowful life.